always wanted to be rich. But of all the drugs under God's blue heaven, there is one that is my absolute favorite. I'm talking about this.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. Let's go ahead and check in real quickly on how the U.S. economy is doing here and whether Hollywood has any right to complain about what they're being paid. So Fitch has downgraded the United States credit for the first time ever. American credit is downgrading because our stock market is collapsing, our banks are collapsing, and our dollar is collapsing, and we spend way too much money. So it's not going to work out great in the end. It actually is going to take $1 trillion just to service the debt on our $32 trillion debt very, very soon. Every single monthly payroll number from 2023 has been revised downward. What does that mean? That means the government lies about the number of jobs that are being created and then quietly, after everybody's reported it, cranks that number way down. So the economy isn't actually as good as they say it is, and it's not good at all. In fact, we're heading towards a recession. 70% chance of recession in the next 12 months, according to Forbes. That's because the most number of Americans ever are unable to afford a $400 surprise bill. That's because 57% of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. Got it? So things aren't super great. So maybe it's time to shut your mouth if you are the Snow White actress, Snow Woke actress, Rachel Ziegler, about how much money you get paid standing around playing pretend as an adult pretender. Maybe it's time to not smart your mouth off. But, of course, subtlety has never been the strongest quality of millennial actresses playing Disney princesses. Listen to this.
I'm standing there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess. I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
Okay, so you could argue that all the striking that is going on in Hollywood right now, it's really not a great time for them to be striking for more wages. Adult pretenders and the people that don't know how to write and don't know how to create anything that makes any money that any American wants to go see. Obviously, absolute slaughterhouse at the box office this summer for big brands like Disney, obviously, but a lot of brands are suffering. The Flash was a bomb for DC. Disney's live-action Snow White Rachel Ziegler sparks fury online after saying in the picket line that she deserves to be paid for every hour the film is streamed online. Every single hour, because she has to stand around in a Disney dress. Rachel Ziegler, the actor playing Snow Woke in Disney's live-action remake, says she deserves to be paid for every single hour the film is streamed online. Ziegler's comments on the picket line were shared by an account on Twitter at the SAG-AFTRA and WGA members striking because I guess they are suicidal and they don't ever want to work again. What is amazing to me about this is that there are millions, and I mean tens of millions of little girls all around America and all around the world, actually, who would be happy to wear a Snow White dress. Which, by the way, like, who's making your dress? This looks like Spirit Halloween costume. This is really the best that Disney can come up with for the iconic Snow White dress. And also, are those Uggs in the shot? Are your Uggs going to be in the movie? So, stepping aside, I have daughters. They wear little princess dresses all the time, and they do it for free because they like it. This is like any girl's dream. The craven ungratefulness and entitlement and privilege of these people. It is on full repulsive display. I think that Snow Woke is going to be one of the greatest Disney bombs to ever hit the cinema. And the entitlement of Gen Z is utterly unreal. Utterly unreal. People are saying online that this is just absolutely, that she's just basically ended her career. Rachel Ziegler, on the other hand, has pronouns in her bio. Is this real? She has pronouns in her bio. So, fellas, is it woke to want to be fairly compensated, she says. Well, let's you can disconnect the issues here. Because it says, like, read the room, lady. Like, what do you mean by fairly compensated? Presumably, you're going to make, I mean, if you're cast as Snow White, you're going to make millions of dollars. Even if the box office flops, you're going to make tens of millions of dollars because that's what Disney's going to pay you to reprise this iconic role. but they shouldn't be paying you any money because you are ensuring, by talking to microphones ahead of the actual release of this film, you are ensuring this film's total and complete destruction. Because you are saying things like this when people put microphones in your face. You just can't help yourself.
You were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. And so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in.
Snow White is running for president.
I'm launching my campaign. I am.
Snow White, you know, this classic story that Walt Disney personally animated and that won for the first time ever an Oscar for Best Picture, an animated classic that actually built the Disney empire. The Oscars actually made 7 miniature Oscars to give to Walt Disney because this was such a smash success. Those people didn't know what the hell they were doing. Snow White doesn't need a prince. Snow White just needs to slap a BLM sticker on the mask that she's wearing, get vaccinated, and then go march in the street with a bunch of rioters. That's what Snow White needs. She doesn't need to be happy with a man. She needs to live with her cats and be miserable for the rest of her life, like Rachel Ziegler will be after interviews like this.
The cartoon was made 85 years ago, and therefore it's extremely dated when it comes to the ideas of women being in roles of power and what a woman is fit for in the world. And so when we came to reimagining the actual role of Snow White, it became about the fairest of them all, meaning who is the most just and who can become a fantastic leader. And the reality is, you know, Snow White has to learn a lot of lessons about coming into her own power before she can come into power over a kingdom.
Also, the fact that she's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's the proactive one, and she's the one who set the terms, is what makes it so relevant to where we are today.
So wait a second. So Gal Gadot is supposed to be the evil, like step witch queen that is jealous of Snow White's looks? Really?
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Snow White is going to flop so hard. This kind of stuff is so unbelievably cringe. People are so over this. People are so sick of this. And I'm telling you, the economy is like going to hell. And people are going to people are going to have no tolerance for this kind of stuff any longer. They're going to have no tolerance. They're going to say they are going to you're going to look back, like historians are going to look back and say, man, like this was the moment that Hollywood destroyed itself. And it's not just because of the cringe actresses, it's also because this entire movie is clearly designed for failure. The politically correct companions, first pictures of the live-action remake of Disney classic, show stand-in princesses walking with diverse band of merry men and women over row of dwarf actors. Oh my God. Look at this. So these are apparently what the dwarves are going to look like now. The village people, unemployed hipster baristas from Brooklyn, plus one dwarf. Oh my God. Spirit Halloween. Look at this. This is what it's going to look like. Oh my God. Come on. This is so insulting. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh my God. Oh, what have you done, Disney? What have you done? The RPMs of which Walt is spinning in his grave. I'm so exhausted by these individuals. I'm so exhausted by them. This movie is so doomed that little people are now hopping online and calling them out for not actually casting little people.
6 of the 7 dwarves are tall men. One token little person, thank you, Is this their, like, woke spin on things? Because I don't get it. I really don't. Because it really sucks when they're the ones screaming the loudest about inclusion, and then they pull this stunt. So everybody can be included, except the little people. I mean, but we did give you that token, little person. Thanks. But I think you kind of missed your mark. I won't be seeing this movie.
Oh man. They're doomed. They're doomed on this one. Disney's already lost $1 billion in the summer box office on flops like Elemental and Indiana Jones and The Little Mermaid, and they are going to continue the losing streak with this one. This is so bad. Just get your actors and actresses to just shut up. Get your actress to just shut her trap. You do so much damage to your products here, but we're here for it. We like the content, and we like to see the destruction, and we want to build something new in the ashes. Like, somebody has to be the new Walt Disney. Somebody has to build something new. So let's go. And these people are committing murder-suicide, and so it's time for us to build something better. I'm up for it. Let's destroy communism together. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It's your boy Benny. See ya.